I'm going to show you how we fixed this badly damaged and ugly looking basement floor and turned it into a showroom looking floor. Now I'm going to go over some of the myths about installing epoxy flake coatings, and the first myth is acid etching your floor prepares it good enough to put down any type of epoxy coating. That's just not true. Like, you got to grind the floor like you see us doing here. Grinding gets rid of all the bad concrete on top of the surface. It could be soft. You got to remove that soft concrete. It gets rid of any dirt and grime. But more importantly, it really opens up the pores so the epoxy can sink down into the concrete and get a good bite on it, and it's not going to peel off that way. Another myth is, the epoxy will just cover up cracks. Well, that's definitely not true. It's just going to soak down inside them. You've got to be able to patch your cracks. You got to be able to know how to do it, the proper way to do it. And there's a couple really good techniques for doing this. This was one of them right here. I was just showing you. This product fills in these cracks really easily. It cures up really fast so you can grind it smooth. It basically makes the crack go away. So when you put the epoxy coating over it, you never even knew there was a seam or a crack there. It makes it invisible. Now, another myth is you can just use any type of product you want, any of the big box store stuff. That is totally false. You really need to use very high quality products. These ones aren't cheap. They're expensive to buy, but they last forever if they're done right. So this could be 100% solids epoxy. It could be 100% solids polyaspartics. The best products last a really long time. The key is really knowing how to use them, like how to mix them, how to spread them out on the floor, how much pot life you have to work with them. Those are the really things you got to figure out and learn if you're going to do this on your own, or maybe if you're going to start your own business and do this. But once you learn those things, it's relatively easy. As you can see us here spreading this out, goes down quite fast. And then another quick myth is sprinkling on the flakes. Like, you don't want to just sprinkle on flakes here and there. We do what's called a full broadcast. Not only does this make it look better, it adds to the durability of the floor. It gives it a tiny little bit of texture, so it's not going to be very slippery. But full broadcast floors, epoxy flake floors, are the best to do.